kilometers from world-famous Mahabodhi Temple. Gaya Cantonment dates back to World War II. 1941, Commander-in-Chief, India House. 1963, Commander 42 Infantry Brigade, Flagstaff House. 1976, ASC House. And finally, in 2011, OTA House. To be an officer and a gentleman, the grand dream of many young men to join the elite Indian Army is nurtured and nourished at the Officers Training Academy, Gaya. The third premier pre-commissioned training academy of India. The cradle of military leadership. Situated amidst lush green environs of Paharpur, Gaya, training of the first batch of gentlemen cadets began here in July 2011. Since then, this esteemed institution has churned out many heroes in the making. The academy was formally inaugurated on 14th November 2011 by the then Chief of the Army Staff. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The end, they say, is always a new beginning. The Antim Pag, or the final step, is that burnishing altar which marks the transition of young boys into men of steely resolve. Signifying the culmination of the rigorous training which a gentleman cadet undergoes, it heralds the birth of a new legion of gallant men whom the nation can count on. But to see the light of this glorious day, many challenges and rigors have to be borne with fortitude and elan. We trace the journey of these young men from the day they arrive at the academy, with dreams in their eyes, awe in their minds, and inspiration in their hearts, mixed with a slight trepidation naturally arising from unfamiliar surroundings. The Officer Training Academy's mission is to educate, train, and inspire the gentlemen cadets so that each young man becomes a commissioned leader of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, and country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to the nation as an officer in the Indian Army. The Academy has a 44-week training program which focuses on the development of gentlemen cadets in the academic, military, and physical domains, all underwritten by adherence to a code of honor for dynamic future military leaders who live up to the high traditions of the Indian Army. It is an institute which turns an ordinary neighborhood boy into an officer and teaches him to lead his men during both war and peace.
OTA Gaya was raised in July 2011 basically to take training overload from IMA Dehradun and OTA Chennai, since both these academies were training much more than their design capacities. In a very short span of time, we have been able to create state-of-the-art training infrastructure here in Gaya, which is comparable with any other academy of Indian Army. The other infrastructure, however, is ad hoc at the moment. Our case for permanent infrastructure is in the pipeline. On fructification of that, this academy will be a world-class academy and maybe one of the best in the country. Presently, we are training 10+2 technical entry scheme and special commissioned officers courses. The design capacity is 750. However, we are training 400 at the moment because of the constraint of infrastructure. I can say with confidence that through this 10+2 technical entry scheme, we are getting best youth from the environment. These people do 1 year of basic military training here in OTA Gaya, followed by 4 years of degree engineering from respective cadet training wings before they join the unit. I am sure these young officers will be actually helping Indian Army in modernization at the grassroots level for 21st century battlefield.
The colors of the academy are French grey and crimson red, upper half grey and the lower half blood red. The grey for steel denotes strength and resilience, whereas the red for blood signifies the ultimate sacrifice. The colors thus symbolize the living spirit of the academy, representing all that is noble and honorable. Speaking of honor and sacrifice of the men in olive green, one is reminded of the inspiring lines from a poem by Captain R. Subramaniam Kirti Chakra, posthumously. You have never lived until you have almost died. And for those who choose to fight, life has a special flavor. The protected will never know. The insignia of Officers Training Academy has two cross swords superimposed with the Dharma Chakra. A scroll below bears the motto of the academy, Shaurya, Gyan, Sankalp in Devanagari, literally meaning courage, wisdom and resolve. This epitomizes the code of conduct of a soldier under all circumstances and times. The academy has earnestly, industriously and zealously striven hard to inculcate this dictum in all the gentlemen cadets passing out from this prestigious institution. It is the honor and the never say die attitude which enables these future leaders of the Indian Army to launch the final assault to protect the motherland and plant the nation's tricolor at soaring peaks in inhospitable terrain. The Academy conducts training for the Technical Entry Scheme (TES) and Special Commission Officer (SCO) entries. The cadets belonging to the TES category join the Academy after completing their 10+2 schooling, while the cadets for the SCO are selected from the rank and file of the armed forces. The training period for the Technical Entry Scheme is 5 years and is conducted in 2 phases. In the first phase, basic military training of 1 year is imparted at OTA, Gaya, while in the second phase, technical training comprising 3 years, pre-commission training and 1 year post-commission training is imparted at various technical colleges of the Army. The training period for the Special Commission Officer is 1 year, wherein the gentlemen cadets undergo basic military training prior to their commission.
We at the Academy ensure that the gentlemen cadets of the Technical Entry Scheme and Special Commissioned Officer are put through an intense and grueling training schedule to transform them from energetic youth to professional soldiers possessing wider understanding of modern-day military concepts and challenges. The curriculum is designed to help the trainees acquire knowledge pivotal to the modern military environment. The introduction of field engineering and map reading rooms, firing simulator and the sports medicine center has enhanced the training spectrum of the Academy. During the 44 weeks training program, we enable each gentleman cadet to carry out a SWOT analysis of himself so that they are prepared to meet any challenge that they may face in the line of duty in future. The curriculum ensures that the gentleman cadets with a well-developed all-round personality passes out from the portals of this academy, who is always committed to uphold the best traditions of the Indian Army.
On arrival at OTA, gentlemen cadets are allotted companies that are part of training battalions. These serve as their home away from home during the training period.
Friends, tomorrow we have got the cross country run and we gladiators are known for winning trophies. So tomorrow we gonna win this trophy.
The companies instill in them strong affiliation, sense of pride and team spirit which are essential for soldiers.
As such, we are
These battalions and companies have been christened with the names of gallant war heroes and victorious battle honors, respectively.
Gentlemen cadets in this academy are organized into battalions with well-furnished cabins, having think-line system, IT room, having internet connections, ante-rooms, having billiards and pool tables, and a state-of-art gymnasiums. The instructors posted in the battalion are the best in Indian Army, and many of them are Gallantry Award winners. They are the role models for gentlemen cadets and play a crucial role in imparting the military training, and they constantly groom their personality and motivate them to be effective and dynamic role models. All the administrative and personal issues of the gentlemen cadets are taken care of at the battalion level. The aspects of competitive spirit, esprit de corps, and camaraderie are inculcated into gentlemen cadets through various indoor and outdoor inter-battalion competitions.
They say an army marches on its stomach. At the Gentlemen Cadets Mess, provision of nutritious diet for these growing adolescents undergoing rigors of training is ensured. Not only do they share meals together, but also their day. Regular dinner night ceremonies are held which bring together the trainees and the trainers in an atmosphere of camaraderie, a good fellowship which helps in gentlemen cadets acquire social graces and build social rapport. Sitting alongside and sharing meals also inculcates esprit de corps and bonding amongst all.
Like every other youngster, I too faced a dilemma of choosing a career option on completion of my 10+2. Joining Officers Training Academy Gaya has not only provided me an adventurous way of life, but also allows me to be an engineer and a soldier. All this has happened at a young stage of my life, whereas all my peers are still struggling to find a foothold. This academy has given me a distinct identity, a truly unique sense of belongingness. The training imparted here focuses on development of physical, mental, and social skills.
Pay attention! All gladiators are requested.
The Gentlemen Cadets follow a meticulously planned daily regime. Their day begins with muster, which is a morning prayer to seek blessings for moral, physical, and intellectual strength. The Gentlemen Cadets thereafter embark on their training routine consisting of military training and academic subjects. The 4 pillars of military training are physical fitness, drill, tactics, and weapon training. These pillars help in inculcating the most desired characteristics of soldiering and train both mind and body. The focus of the training curriculum at the academy has been to develop leadership, character, and intellect of the GCs so as to enable them to lead troops both in peace and war.
The quality of life and security offered to me and my family by the armed forces is not offered by any other profession. No other organization looks after its employees like the armed forces, which is one closely knit family. The training imparted here is not just about the grueling routine with no respite. In fact, there are many other activities that we can indulge during our leisure time. It gives us a chance to develop and pursue creative hobbies. Being a sportsman, the academy has given me opportunity to play games like squash, tennis, basketball, swimming, etc.
Physical fitness and endurance is a must for every soldier. With a belief that a fit body has a fit mind, due emphasis is laid on physical training. World-class gymnasiums with latest workout equipment and aesthetically designed interiors have been installed in each company, while new sports equipment and items have been provided at the academy to aid the GCs achieve the requisite physical standards. Apart from PT, to build the physical prowess of the gentlemen cadets, sports like hockey, football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, etc. are conducted, as each sporting event is like war for a GC, as he fights with every drop of his sweat to win the trophy. The academy rightfully boasts of an unrivaled sports medicine center, which is unique to this academy. It provides high-quality physiotherapy treatment using scientifically established techniques and cryotherapy. Under supervision of a sports medicine specialist, progressive treatment of injuries and strengthening exercises related to sports and physical training are provided to enable the gentlemen cadets to fine-tune their bodies to reach their optimal level of performance. Horses have a long-standing association with the armed forces. The equitation team undertakes training both as a club activity and as part of the training curriculum during both terms at the all-weather enclosed riding school. The gentlemen cadets are instructed in basic skills of riding and also some advanced moves. The training is carried with an aim to give the cadets the confidence to ride alone in the countryside. The section also boasts 2 horse-drawn carriages meant for ceremonial occasions and 2 specially trained horses for the adjutant to ride during the POP. Drill is the bedrock of discipline in the armed forces, as one learns to respond to a command without hesitation. It is at this parade ground at OTA where the foundation of discipline for the future officers of the army is laid. Drill instills teamwork, confidence, pride, alertness, attention to detail, spirit de corps, and discipline in the individual. It cultivates a way of life in which the highest and the noblest attributes of discipline, character, and courage are not only blended but also nurtured and nourished. Drill largely depends on good music by the military bands, as movements on the drill square require steady rhythms to keep the soldiers in step. It is a well-acknowledged fact that bands contribute to the fighting power by supporting the ethos, tradition, and identity of our personnel, and hence the OTA is no different and has its own band which contributes in a big way in shaping the future leadership of the Indian Army.
Hailing from a completely civilian background, joining the Indian Armed Forces was like entering uncharted waters for me. Training at the academy made me learn to shoulder responsibilities, understand the value of teamwork and camaraderie, punctuality and discipline. At a young age, it gave me a platform to become a leader instead of being led. It gave me a lot of self-confidence, and as an army officer, I'll not only be a worthy citizen, but also I am sure I can contribute a lot more to the society.
I am a soldier. Fighting is my dharma. This basic tenet of soldiering is manifested by means of tactical training imparted to the gentlemen cadets. This comprises basic military training essential to survive and win any battle. It consists of simple exercises like taking cover under fire to complex ones like deployment in a battlefield.
Receiving company commander, receiving platoon commander should be able to locate their men correctly.
Platoon is required for reinforcement. What should the platoon
Training
commander
is
do?
conducted through a series of lecture-cum demonstrations, followed by outdoor camps and exercises. These exercises expose the gentlemen cadets to offensive and defensive operations, conduct of patrolling and ambush, as well as to counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations.
It covers the covering flank of the company, and in the attack ops of war, it forms part of the fire base.
The best companion of a soldier is his weapon, which makes it essential for a soldier to efficiently handle his weapon and imbibe the concept of Ek Goli, Ek Dushman. The GCs undergo weapon training and firing at the firing range and grenade throwing bay. In addition, a firing simulator is installed to provide practice in various operational environments. The modern-day rocket launchers, mortar firing, machine gun firing, and use of hand grenades and mines is part of the training curriculum. The ultimate test of what the gentlemen cadets have learned throughout their basic military training is conducted to test and push the battlecraft and fieldcraft skills they have acquired here, as well as their self-confidence, to the limit. It gives them a realistic experience.